Hi everyone, this is Mrunmay from the Technobyts. Just to give you a brief introduction, I have 2+ decades of experience in the IT industry, having worked in the North America, Europe, and Asia Pac region. And my domain has been specifically in e-commerce, CRM, open source, as well as SaaS platforms. And I do have my own firm in Codev Technologies based out of Vadodara, and we focus a lot on the Salesforce CRM, Conga, CLM projects, also automation and full stack technologies. And we are here in conversation with Mr. Sahil Jain from Techno Champion, a contemporary, and I'm really glad that we are having this discussion on the digitization, how AI is going to affect the market, and how Techno Champion can help the whole fraternity. So, with that, I would like to pass it on to Sahil. Sahil, could you just introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you so much, Ranmai. So first of all, it's not Techno Champion, it's Techno Companion. So I know some,
Techno.
yes, so I know sometimes it
My
creates
bad.
a confusion.
Yes.
No worries at all, no worries. So to introduce myself, my name is Sahil Jain, and I have been in IT industry for last 14 years, actually more than 14 years.
Great.
And for the first 8 years of my career, I did jobs with various market leader companies like Aon Hewitt, Sapient, and then finally an Australia-based company, Appster, where
Yeah.
I was working as a product manager, and I was involved in building so many different mobile applications. So that's where me and my co-founder friend Yasir Nazar, we identified this gap or this opportunity where market was very rapidly moving from websites towards mobile applications, and there was a huge
Mhm.
gap where even in today's era, there are so many companies, so many businesses that are still running offline. And
Great.
while there is such a huge opportunity in online businesses, so that's where we find out or identify this opportunity. And in 2018, we quit our full-time jobs and move into the entrepreneurship. And since then, we have helped numerous businesses, clients in building their dream, be it their
Mhm.
ideas that they wanted to digitize, or be it their offline businesses that they wanted to bring to online. So
Sure.
that's what we have been doing since 2018. We
Wonderful.
we started in Gurgaon. Now we have two operational offices in India. One is in Gurgaon where I sit, and one second office is in Lucknow. So
Oh,
uh,
great. Wonderful.
yes, most of our team sits in Lucknow only.
All right.
And
Okay.
so digitization, most of our business is from Australia and US, 90% of it being from Australia. And
Sure.
what we actually do, we help clients bring their offline businesses to online, be it
Okay.
with the help of mobile applications or websites or whatever it takes, we help our clients.
Great, great. So definitely, I think that justifies the name Techno Companion. So you are providing that companionship for any entrepreneur. So, Sahil, I just wanted to understand, how you would kind of identify such a potential customer who would need this kind of service, and how would you go about it?
So currently, from the sales side, what we are doing, we run various campaigns where we
Uh-huh.
try to identify clients or entrepreneurs or business leaders
Okay.
who need technical assistance or who are
Sure.
doing really great with their offline businesses and
Okay.
need do not have much knowledge or information about the technical side of it. Like because many clients, I'm telling you, they have so many questions like how even in today's era, like how the mobile application works, how much cost it takes
Correct.
to build these mobile applications, how much ongoing cost would be involved, how we do about the service and all. So there are so many questions that
Correct.
goes through their
Correct.
mind. So that's how we start. We call it a Rapid Connect workshop, where
Okay.
after running our campaigns, all the clients or entrepreneurs who have such or similar questions, we connect with them. We try to understand what is their problem statement. Like,
Yeah.
is it the finances? Is it the technology? Is it like the marketing or whatever it is? On the basis of the problem, we provide the solution. Like, and
Okay.
after, but sorry. So
No worries. No worries.
just
Yeah.
so once they are assured, like we can help them out in a certain way. So we call it Rapid Connect workshop, where our business team, our technical team, and the
Okay.
client, we
Okay.
get on a call for 1 to 2 days. So it can be
Hmm.
an 8-hour call or a 16-hour call, depending
Oh,
on
wow.
what is client's requirements. Yes.
Wow.
So
Okay.
obviously it doesn't happen in a single day. So if it's a 16-hour call, client
Okay.
or these guys cannot consume that much of information in a single day. So it
Right.
goes over 2 or 3 days, depending on client's availability. Yeah. And then
Okay.
we try to understand the problem statement, and based that's our forte as well.
Okay.
Like we try to identify what is the problem statement, and we provide custom solutions based on clients' problems. We don't believe in one fit for all.
Yeah,
So,
that's great.
like, yeah, be it technology, the design solution, or even if they need just marketing help, or they need a website or a mobile application, all of it depends on what is their actual problem. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on that, we provide them custom solutions in the same workshop. We do all of this brainstorming and eventually come up with the MVP, which we call as minimum viable product.
Final
Because
product. Yeah.
yes, because there is no end to the requirements. So
Correct. Correct.
requirements are always endless. So we come up with an initial scope, then we divide the requirements into must to have, good to have, nice to have. So from that
Um,
perspective, it all depends on how soon a client wants to hit the market, what
correct.
sort of budget client has, whether they want to see the market response first, and then on the basis of the feedback we receive from the market, then they
Right.
want to move to the MVP too. So there are so many things that depends on client to client.
Sure, sure. No, this is very, very useful to know. And just kind of wondering any, specific client, you don't have to really name them or anything, but like the most challenging part that you may have come across and how your team circumvented it.
Yeah, to name one, this is one of my favorites as well.
Okay.
He's a very good friend of mine, and now have been working with him for 6 years, and
Oh, wow.
that's actually maybe our forte. So whosoever connects with us, until unless there is
Stays
a
with you.
where he stays with us, yes. So unless there is a huge reason to leave us, they won't. It is never going to be the quality or the support that they receive from our side. They are going to leave us. It is never going to be that reason. So
That's
this
great.
client of ours, Mrunmayee, so he's a international soccer coach. Like he used to train professional players.
Okay.
And like if I talk about India in 10 plus 1 and 2, every student, like most of the students goes to coaching classes like physics, chemistry, math.
Correct.
Yes. So in a very similar fashion in Australia and Europe, kids go to professional soccer classes where they want
Okay.
so many kids want to learn professional or soccer training. Yeah,
Right,
but
right.
obviously not everyone can afford it. Like if you will go to a professional coach, the cost is really huge. Yeah,
Agreed, agreed.
and there are not so many coaches available even in the market that every single student can go to a professional coach, because this professional soccer training is very personalized. Like you need a coach who can analyze you very closely, like on the basis of your
Correct.
skill, strength, passing, shooting. There's so many parameters
So
where,
many things. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, where you need to analyze you, then need to train you on the basis of your fitness skill, your skill set level. So there are n number of parameters. So what
Sure,
we did
sure.
in May, we created customized algorithms on the basis of the fitness level, the age, the gender, the current skill set, and
Okay.
we created this platform with more than 2,000 videos by international soccer players. So
Wow. Okay.
yeah. So these were retired international players whom we connected, and with the help of more than 2,000 videos, doctors, physiotherapists, all of them were involved with us, because we cannot
Wonderful.
put too much pressure on the kids learning soccer. There has
Correct.
to be a well-defined way. You just cannot go and learn soccer until you do your warm-up first of all. Warm-up is the most important part.
Most important,
Then
right?
then you have to move into agility, your passing skills, your shooting skills, your power drills, eventually warm down. So there were so many things.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, we built this application. That was part one. And as I'm telling you, I have
Okay.
been connected from last 6 years. In the
Correct.
second phase, we like what problem students were facing. They were obviously able to use the application, but they still needed a coach to help them out at every step, because kids just cannot go without a coach. So
Correct.
In the second step, we use artificial intelligence. We implemented artificial intelligence where, on the basis of ideal practices, we feed the information like this is what an ideal scenario would be. And
Mm-hmm.
then our mobile application would analyze, like on the will stuff, will feed some videos to it, and then it'll
Right.
analyze how a kid is behaving, like
Okay.
on the basis of various parameters, like what is the speed like, what is the shooting strength like, but how he works with the dribbling or stuff on all that basis, and then we'll provide customized feedback. Like this
Yeah.
is where you need to improve on. You are good 60% say on your shooting skills, but you still have
Right.
need to improve 40%. So you need to focus more on your shooting skills. So that
Correct.
way we provide them very personalized feedback on their
Okay.
skill set.
Okay.
It improved a lot, and now with me, even at while I'm talking to you, even today, we are still working on this application where
Okay.
we are implementing this time chatbot into this application. So
Right. Right.
instead of just receiving written instructions, you can actually have a genuine communication like we are having at the moment.
Correct. Correct.
So,
Absolutely. The
so
human touch matters. So
exactly. So this was really challenging, but at the same time, a really game changer application. It's still my favorite till date.
I can see how rewarding it is and how satisfying it is. Wonderful. So, in terms of the AI, how do you see artificial intelligence, kind of changing the landscape of jobs and the skills that is there? What is your view?
So there are multiple perspectives to it, Manmay. So one perspective, obviously, like things are going to be automated. So many people say AI is going to cut short the jobs because
Mm,
now things would be automated and they'll get done by themselves. So why the human touch or human inputs would be required? But I'm telling you, this Manmay, humans, there no industry can be possible or can be thought of without humans.
exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
so nothing can replace the human touch. So even with the AI, it is going to make things smart. It is, yes, going to cut short the amount of time or increase the work quality that we were delivering until today. But it is at the same time going to create so many new job opportunities. Like,
I agree. I
it-
agree with you. And
yeah,
so I did my master's in 2000 from University of Southern California, and there my specialization was artificial intelligence. And that time, the natural language processing and the computer vision and face recognition, all that. And it seemed quite far-fetched at that time, like 20 years ago from now, 23, 24 years ago from. And I see that it's happening today, but still the AI that is actually the core of it is still not out there. It's just some of the automation, some summary, that is what is coming through. And I think people are just kind of they have caught on to the AI buzzword, and they are kind of just
yeah,
thinking and getting scared. But I totally agree with you that it is actually it is going to open a foray of
yes,
platforms and applications for people to work on. And like today when we see that there is some summary that comes up or some image that gets, I think it is more for those folks who want to do things easily or quickly, and it definitely helps there. But probably the key factor now is that the human angle to anything is going to now really be more
yes.
appreciated than ever before.
Exactly. I'll also give you an example from 20 years back. So
Right.
if you go 20 years back, people were thinking with so much evolution of computers and stuff, jobs are going to
Right.
be cut short because computer is eventually going to replace humans. But
Yeah.
you see what has happened in
It's a
last 20 years.
reverse.
It's exactly the reverse. Computer
Reverse.
technology, it has created so many jobs actually.
So
Like,
many jobs, yeah.
yes, so that I really believe the same is going to happen with the artificial intelligence as well, where
Absolutely.
going to create a plethora of jobs because
Agree.
if you see it, especially at India, like India
Yeah.
is IT leader at the moment. Like if you'll see in the last years, India's exports were almost equal or even more than total Middle East petroleum exports. So that's
Right.
the sort of exports India have in the sector of IT. And
Correct.
with that much of like people involved into AI, into IT, if we try to learn AI at this point of time and try to understand like how we can bring in more quality, more optimized code, how we can write using artificial intelligence, then it
Correct.
is definitely going to improve the quality of work that we do. eventually the price of the work that we do and is definitely going to create much more jobs than we do have today.
Agreed, agreed. I'm
So
100% with you on that. Yeah, definitely. And as part of your various offerings, then are there any key, the most sellable or the most used, you think, that are offered to your clients, or it's like a complete bouquet? What do you say?
So I really believe our customized solutions is our forte. The reason
Okay,
being, like generally what many companies do, they have predefined set of technologies that they use
right.
because they have their employees expertise in that particular technology only. But
Correct,
with
correct.
us, we do not define the technology until we completely analyze the problem statement.
Okay.
Because why do we have so many technologies? Every technology is not meant for every problem statement.
Everything, correct.
Yeah, right. So, in the workshop that I told you, that is one of our fortes,
Okay,
where we'll have all each and every open discussion with the client, and
right.
we put ourselves in the shoes of the client because it's the client that matters. Eventually, client is
Absolutely.
the one who is putting in his time. He's the one who's putting in his hard-earned money, and
Correct.
there, with especially with IT and MME, you have to define a point until when you can keep putting in money into a project. Because suppose if you come up to me with an idea, I built a project for you, and
Yeah.
what if it doesn't work? Like,
What to do? Yeah.
and at the same time you are out of the money. Like, what you are going to do about it now?
Correct, correct.
Like, if I say to you, like, you have to build MVP2 or you have to build these many new functionalities for this to work in the market, but now you are out of money. So from all of those perspectives, we have the discussions at the very start point itself. That's
Yeah.
where we come up with the MVP because we need to have a plan first of all.
Correct, correct,
What if things go south? What if you are out of the budget? What if things do not work out? So all of
correct.
those hard questions, first of all, we ask ourselves, and then we ask the clients as well. And
Okay,
because and in this workshop, like we have employees ranging from like 1 to 2 years of experience to up to even 20 years of experience. But what we
okay.
do in this workshop, our most experienced persons are involved. Like in most of the workshop, I am there. Yasir himself is there. Our tech
Hmm.
team is there. Technical architects, and that's where, from our experience as well, we try to analyze the problem statement.
Sure, sure.
And
Yeah,
that's where we provide custom solutions. And this is one of our fortes. And that's why in last 6 years, we have been able to retain most of our clients.
that's wonderful. I think that's a great feather in the cap, that searching, so hunting is okay, but farming a client,
Yeah.
that is really what
Yeah.
keeps the business going. I would agree. Mhm.
Yeah, so that's most beneficial from our side as well because we don't
Correct.
have to go again and again in the market and start looking for new clients. Obviously, if we want to keep growing, we do that obviously, and we are
Right,
doing that. But at the
right,
same
right.
time, if you are able to retain your current customers, that's what matters.
That's
That
what
makes you
matters.
successful.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. And then how do you, so let's say when you have this whole bunch of, multiple clients you're working on, and also how is it that the support kind of goes into it? Because parallelly the clients are going, and how does that work for you?
So we have predefined support and maintenance packages, and again,
Mhm.
they we define custom packages based on the client's need.
Oh,
So,
okay. Okay.
for example, suppose you have a very well-established platform and you do not need much support, but still, obviously, uh, things and technology changes every single day. So you must have a team at your back. If any issue
Correct.
comes up, or like if you talk about Google or Apple, they come up with so many new operating systems every
Right.
like couple of months or something.
Correct.
So your application, your technology has to be compatible with all these new changes that's coming in.
Right. Right.
We provide hourly packages as well to our clients where they purchase, like say, just 100 hours a month support from our side, or 50 hours a month support from our side, which is like you can call us or you can drop us an email at any point of time in the month, and our team would be there to support you. Yeah.
Okay.
But suppose
Mhm.
if you do not use this support, like it does not carry forward to the next month. It is use it or lose it. But yes, we will always got your back. Like
Okay.
in case anything goes out, you face any issues, like we would always be there for you.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, that's
And
wonderful.
if any new change comes in, like any of the client wants to build a completely new functionality, then we again have those discussions where we analyze the requirements, its impact on the existing application. Because if
Mm-hmm.
anything goes to the existing application, there are impacts as well on the existing piece of code. So
Yeah,
we
sure.
first of all we analyze all of it, and then we come up with a timeline and a cost.
Okay, okay. No, that's definitely reassuring and good to know that you will always have your clients back. So yeah, that's for sure. Anything else you would like to talk about Techno Companion? Any other thing as we near our half an hour slot? But yeah.
So one of the most important things that we focus on is cyber security. Like
Okay.
there are two very important parameters I'll explain to you. One definitely being cyber security,
Right.
because many clients or many companies focus mainly on the core functionality of the application. Like if you come up with like this is how my mobile app or my website should work. This is if I input this thing, I should get this in the output, which is obviously any company or any developer is going to implement because that's what he
Right.
paid. But
Correct.
at the very same time, it has to be 100% secure as well. And there are very well guidelines defined for cybersecurity. Like
Mm-hmm.
they are OS top 10, like and we call it ethical hacking. Like when
Correct.
suppose we build a product for you, and you
Mm-hmm.
being the owner of the product, you permit us to try to hack your system as a hacker. So we call that ethical hacking. So we try to do that. If we are able to do that, that means there are some gaps in the system where even a real hacker, if the real hacker would try to hack it,
Right.
he or she would be able to do that. So
Correct.
then we fill all of those gaps. Yeah. So for
Okay.
every product that we build, we do thorough cybersecurity. We hand over the cybersecurity report to a client, like to assure him or her that your product is 100% safe and secure from the
Sure.
hacking perspective. That's one. Second, we perform performance testing as well. Because suppose we
Okay.
build a system for you, there are a few testers testing out the system. When
Right.
they use it, it works perfectly. But when it
Mm-hmm.
goes live, there might be thousands of users using it at the same time. Then what is going to be the behavior of the system?
Correct.
So what we do mainly in the performance testing, we have a performance testing team. We
Okay.
create virtual users.
Sure.
So we have this discussion with the client, like how much crowd do you think you are expecting in the say first 3 months after going live, first 6 months after
Right.
going live, or a year
Right.
after going live. Then on that basis, we create servers first of all. Then we create these virtual users and put that much of load on these products, and
Mm-hmm.
then analyze the behavior of the product. Does it work fine? Does it not? Do we start facing any sort of issues? Like how the performance comes out to be when the system is put under pressure.
Okay.
And
Okay.
along with the functional reports, testing reports, along with the cyber security testing reports, we provide the performance testing reports as well. So
Okay.
again, that's one of the things that shows our quality measures or the concern that we have for our clients.
Sure. Sure. And then, like the case study, the one of the app you mentioned. So, what is a typical time implementation time that would range for your team? Like 3 months, 6 months, kind of a thing.
So again, it is a very subjective question because it will depend
Sure.
on project to project. There could be a project that takes just let's say 2 to 3 months for the implementation, and at the
Right.
same
Right.
time there could be another project that takes somewhere around 2 to 3 years for the implementation. So it actually depends. But we work in the agile product development
Okay.
where we work with the client very closely. Like
Okay.
an entire project before we actually start the implementation, we work in sprints, and our sprint generally a standard sprint size is from 1 week to 4 weeks.
Oh,
We recommend from either 1 week or a bi-weekly sprint. Yeah,
can.
where every single week we'll decide what functionalities we are going to work on, and so we do that in that particular sprint only. So let's take an example of a weekly sprint. So we'll pick up say in the first sprint just sign up or sign in functionality. We are going to
Can.
work on that, and in the next week we are going to demo the same to the client as well, so
Sure.
that nothing comes to the client as a surprise. So that
Surprise. Right.
throughout the journey, the client is seeing what we are building for him or her. If we share the working prototype with them, they can
Can.
actually use it on their mobile phones or their systems and provide us
Mm-hmm.
their feedback. At any point of time, if they feel like, no, this is not something that I wanted, or this is not going to work for me, so we can always have those discussions and improvise accordingly.
Okay, okay, yeah, of course, agile is the way of the implementation these days. So, yeah,
Exactly.
definitely. And I think that also keeps a check on the budget also that the client has allotted, and instead of kind of using up all of it up front, I think that's a great way to implement projects. Yeah, definitely. That's wonderful. I think this has been a very informative and collaborative session. Uh, and anything else if you would like to share before we kind of wrap this part here?
All good for now. So it was really great talking to you as well, and I'm
Sure.
really grateful that you provided me with this opportunity where I could share some insights with you.
Great. No, it was wonderful. Great opportunity for Technobytes as well. Do share your contact details. We'll add it here and we'll have it uploaded. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely.
Okay,
Thank you so
great.
much.
Thank you. Thanks for your time. Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Take care.